So tonight we're going to be talking about dreams. Have you ever thought about why we dream and if there is a deeper meaning behind them? Dream interpretation is important because it allows us to understand what dreams are, why we dream, and if there is a deeper meaning behind them. In my speech tonight, I am going to highlight some of the ideas about what dreams are, why we dream when we sleep, and Freud's theories about if there's a deeper meaning behind them. So what are dreams? According to the medical news today, dreams are stories and images that our mind create while we sleep. They can be entertaining, fun, romantic, disturbing, frightening, and sometimes bizarre. Sometimes we have nightmares, which are distressing dreams that cause disturbing emotions. It occurs in both children and adults, and it is caused by fear, trauma, illness, drugs, medication, eating before sleeping, horror movies, and emotional difficulties. Nightmares occur during the REM part of sleep. Another type of dream is night terrors or sleep terror, which is a type of sleep behavior that causes the dreamer to sit up, scream, cry, sweat, and appear extremely terrified when awoken. These night terrors occur during the non-REM sleep phases and are not remembered by the dreamer when woken up. Night terrors are more common in children ages 3 to 7 and tend to be outgrown by the age of 10. However, people with depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, sleep apnea, and PTSD are more susceptible to having these night terrors. The last type of dream is lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is when the dreamer is aware that they are dreaming. They can also have some extent of control over the events in the dream. Most people dream every time they sleep. Dreams can affect someone's mood after waking up. Some people also will not remember their dream from the previous night. According to the medical news today, authors of a 2014 study concluded that increased activity in the temporoparietal junction can help transition dreams into the memory, which causes the dreamer to remember them. So why do we dream? The brainstem, amygdala, hippocampus, and visual cortex are all involved in dreaming. The brainstem issues rapid-fire signals, which causes the dreams to feel tactile. The amygdala helps control emotion, which explains why there's an emotional connection to the dream. The hippocampus is hyperactive, which causes the vivid memories. The visual cortex is highly active, which explains how the dream plays out. So what happens to our bodies while we sleep? Our eyes are moving rapidly behind our eyelids, which is known as the REM part of sleep. During the REM sleep phases, the body is temporarily immobile, which means all muscle tone is lost except the eyes and diaphragm. Breathing during the REM sleep phases become irregular, which means you can have pauses in your breathing. The body's heart rate and blood pressure during REM sleep can constantly change from being average to being as high and active as while you're awake and physically active. Nightmares can be a result from the triggers such as stress or traumatic experiences. They often occur as a side effect of medication or abuse of drugs and alcohol. People who have frequent migraines, sleep apnea, or clinical depression are more likely to have nightmares at night. Having frequent nightmares can result in insomnia, fatigue throughout the day, depression, and anxiety. Our lives have an impact on what we will dream at night. For example, a pregnant woman will dream more about pregnancy and childbirth. People who work in hospice care will dream more about caregiving and the people they care for. Musicians will dream twice as more about music than a non-musician. However, according to the Psychology Today, dream reports show that people who are born paralyzed often dream about swimming, running, and walking almost as often as people without paralysis. And people born deaf can often hear in their dreams. People who have experienced the loss of a loved one can dream about past experiences when they were still alive, seeing them at peace, or receiving a message in their dreams. So, what are some of Sigmund Freud's theories about dreams? Well, the first theory is that dreams represent the unconscious desires and thoughts. The manifest dream is the content of the dream, which is at the surface. The latent content is the hidden content or the true meaning or desires. Freud believes that there is symbolism in dreams and brings out our true desires. The purpose of the dream work, or the dream, is to transform the forbidden wish into a non-threatening form which reduces anxiety and keeps us sleeping throughout the night. The last theory is the cognitive theory. Freud believes that this theory refers to thinking during dreams in a subconscious process. This means you work through your problems while you sleep. Dreams dramatize your life, issues, problems, and concerns. This means you're working through your problems while dreaming, and also it can occur in daydreaming. The activation synthesis theory. Freud believes this theory is due to the cerebral cortex during dreaming. The lower part of the brain is sending signals to the cerebral cortex with a random firing of neurons. This means the brain is just trying to make sense of the impulses, which results in the person's dream. This theory means that dreams are completely random and have no meaning due to the random rapid firing of neurons. So, dreams are stories and images that our minds create while we sleep. Besides regular dreaming, there are nightmares, night terrors, and lucid dreaming. We dream during the REM stage of sleep while the brain is still active. Our bodies become temporarily paralyzed to prevent us from acting out our dreams. According to Freud, dreams can reveal hidden desires, help work out problems, or can just be random. Dream interpretation is important because it allows us to understand what dreams are, why we dream, and the deeper meaning behind our dreams. The next time you dream, you will be able to understand why you can or cannot remember your dream, why you had your dream in the first place, and you might be able to investigate the dream and see if there's a deeper meaning behind it.